Hey everyone, it's Stephen Foy. My group was the Red Lotus Apparel Project. Red Lotus is an LLC created by my friend Josiah Alcorn. I met Josiah a few months ago at my church, and he had traveled to China and created an LLC to help out those oppressed groups over in China. And I kind of had to adapt my strategy of the company that he has to this group. And so I tried to kind of center it around that. And it was a little bit of a challenge, but in this presentation, I'll kind of go over the strategies that I used, that I changed, and just a little bit about the group and an overall final report. So first and foremost, my strategy was trial and error. Sometimes trial and error is pretty much the only thing that you can do. But of course, with this group in particular, it was a very big trial and error kind of thing. So what resonated with audiences is what didn't. I discussed a lot of this with Josiah as well. He was the one who came up with the idea of Red Lotus, and he wanted it to be successful. So I discussed a lot of time with him about what he wanted from the group, what he wanted to post. I asked him a lot of the times for all of that content that I can put it up so I can show the group members. I also used polls to see if people knew what the group was about and to kind of gauge their understanding of that. And I requested their feedback, like what's working, what do you guys want to see, what's important to you, what causes, different things like that. So the changes that I made, I added more polls. As you can see, this one, do you fully understand this group, what the group is about? And it was kind of like a kind of teetering thing. So I tried to better explain what the group was about in that live video, as you see there, where I'm wearing the same suit, same day, by the way. But I was trying to use live videos, articles that you'll see in the next few slides. I tried to use user-generated content to kind of tie it in, whether it be Instagram stories, Instagram articles that I saw, just different things. And I tried to encourage my members to participate in the comments and with their own material as well. So as you can see there, that was an article from Fight for Freedom, Stand with Hong Kong, which was a very relevant group that Josiah, I'm not sure, was aware of, but I saw this and shared it because it was directly related to what the group was about, and he himself was happened to stumble upon a human rights protest while he was in China, so I felt like that would be important to share. The one in the middle, I know Jeff Hostetter. He's a missionary over in Ghana, and I thought this was just a great post that kind of related back to, helping others. And so I thought, this is wholesome content. I'll post it. And the last post over there is trying to get people to really interact and to be engaging. And for the most part, it worked. Did the group meet its purpose? Well, yes and no. So it raised awareness to certain oppressed groups in China, of course, with the first few posts, and to Red Lotus itself. And people probably didn't know what that was. Now they do. And it didn't help the purpose because the conversations around the oppressed people groups didn't flourish beyond the surface level. And there was no money raised. I tried to get Josiah to send me as many t-shirt designs as possible. We got one. I don't even know if he had any shirts. So a lot of the collaboration between him and I really didn't get a whole lot back from him. So I could only do so much in that sort of sense. What skills did I use from this class? Of course, finding certain user-generated content, using the Facebook Blueprint classes that we took, using those guidelines and those tips. I am certified now, so that's good. I invited others from our class to participate from other groups, used that peer feedback that I was given and feedback from my instructor, because she was unaware of what the group was like, so I tried to sharpen that down and hone that in. And try to mimic successful groups that that some of our guest lecturers had. And so I just tried to mimic those and use those strategies. My greatest achievements was getting Josiah to actually participate for a little bit by offering that design there. That was the only design that I ever got, but still, I got that. Giving his side of the story, what he wanted out of the group, what the purpose was. That was a good achievement, big achievement. Beggars can't be choosers, but he gave me enough to go off of. And so, also having at least 20 members, I think I had 24 in total. But that was a big achievement, is having at least 20 members. I expected a lot more, but you can make it happen with that amount of people. And for each post, I had pretty much at least one or two engagements, whether that be likes, heart reacts, comments. Sometimes they were just views, but I had at least one or two for each one, and that's a big achievement. Rather than just having everything, people just see it and just keep scrolling. The challenges: group member participation, the biggest one. That is the screenshot right there, seen by 4. That was it. That was the only thing on it. Owner contributions. Josiah really needed to get back to me on a whole lot of things and didn't, with merchandise and ideas and content. And as you can see, a screenshot below, I invited him to be an admin of the group about a month ago, and right after he joined, still nothing. So once again, I can only do so much. There was a lot of low engagement sometimes. It was only like a seen by 1, comment by 1, 1 like, 1 react, and that was a big challenge, trying to get people to participate, which is a rule. Be present and participate. That was rule number 4 for the group. And of course, the challenge to stay relevant with the content. China's a big influencer of literally everything, especially in the world economy. So trying to stay relevant to the oppressed groups there without getting censored or anything like that is definitely a challenge. And going forward, staying relevant to those to that content will be a challenge. For the future of the group, I hope to hand this off to Josiah and let him go wild with it. Whenever I can sit down and have a conversation with him and kind of show him the results of this, that could probably happen. It'll be ready for the company to kind of get going for any updates that happen, and for his merchandise whenever he has it ready to sell and ready to go. The group's there, and if he wants to keep it going and change it the way he wants to, that's up to him. But that's pretty much the future of it. And yeah, it was a struggle, but I'm happy that I was able to really see the challenges of a real world group and to really get it going. So that was Red Lotus Apparel Project. And once again, I'm Stephen Foy. Thanks.